Hello, and welcome to All Shorts. I'm sorry I'm running a little bit late again. I'm having all sorts of problems I am recently. But there you go, we're here now. Well, I suppose that's what happens when you try and do something that's a little bit, how to put it, technical. Scientific, maybe you could say. Well, I moved all my stuff from one computer to the other computer, and it's been causing me all sorts of jip. From the microphone not connecting to, well, my intro not working. My intro. I just did my little intro and that ain't working properly. Well, I want to talk a bit about science today. Yeah, science, that stuff that brainiacs use. It's quite helpful as well, Hopefully I'll make it to the end because I'm losing my voice, as you can probably tell. Now, I did a stream earlier today and I was struggling, so I dare say I'll struggle again today. So I might do a Marcus hour or maybe a little bit less. We'll see. Yeah, about an hour, maybe. So, see how I get on. Because I am suffering here. Well, there you go. Hello, everybody. Hello, Joel and Chatty Rat and Brian Maguire. And yeah, I have got sound, haven't I? I hope so. And Brian says, missed most of Marcus's chat. What was it good? Oh, it's a bit of a laugh, I suppose. Oh, I've got there's Brian, Chatty Rat. 91 Leeds. Hello there. Hope you're well. Do. Well, oh, dear. It's been one of them days. It's actually not been too bad because I'm quiet. Yeah, we left on my own devices I have. Which has been quite a nice change actually, because it's been quite noisy around here. But it's been lovely to see the kids and all that. My little Grace, she's a little Klingon. That's what she's a little Klingon now. So it's been lovely, but sometimes you just need to clear your head a bit. So it was nice though, and it still is. They're still here. Yeah, bring it up. That's not been too bad because I'm quiet. Oh, there you go. Oh, I have got sound. I can tell now. Yeah, I'm just going to bring the chat up into there, and I'm going to change that over because I've got that chat popped out on there, but it doesn't show up very well. So let's just bring that into there. I'm just bringing that up. That looks better. And bring that back up here. So just 2 seconds. I'm just going to. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. So now we can bring up the chat there. That's better. It looks better in white. Yeah, that's definitely clearer. Excellent. Well, Rishi Sunak, as you probably already aware, has been dragging his heels somewhat. That he has. And, don't need that. That one up here. That one. I found it. Excellent. So, yeah, he's been dragging his heels somewhat. And, one.
For just $67,
No, not that.
you can make as
Adverts, go away. Don't want you on. No. Oh my Gideon, what a mess. I'm in such a mess. I really am. Well, Rishi Sunak, he's been dragging his heels over Horizon Europe, which is it's like a 90 to 100 billion euro fund for those who, well, do science. Yeah, for scientists and projects and plans and what have you. So if you look at here, I'm going to bring this up here. Oh my God, good idea. Losing my voice here again already. A bit bigger. So, what is Horizon Europe? Well, Horizon Europe is the EU's key funding programme for research and innovation. And the budget is 95 billion. It's basically each of the member states get a bit of this. They can apply for it, basically. They get grants out of this fund. And it's like a collab, like collaboration, and they all do science stuff, and maybe it's part of the same. Let's say, for instance, work on satellites, whatever, and one person does one thing and another person does another thing, and it saves time and energy, and also, well, it speeds the whole process up instead of it just being one science body, the UK, all on its own, doing its thing, trying to. Oh, darling, you're going to bed, are you? Oh, okay. Yeah. Do I get a snog? You look at my sweeties. How dare you? I don't. So so the UK's got to basically go alone and try and do all this stuff on their own. Well, they haven't got the facilities for a start. They haven't got the scientists because they're all fled, haven't they? They're not all of them, but a lot of them are left the United Kingdom. They might be entice a few back because obviously, they've got their own plan and no amount of money they say they might hand out. They haven't actually announced it yet, but they've got a plan B. And Rishi Sunak has said that he prefers his plan B. That's what he said. Plonker. Yeah, that's what I'd say. So, we come over here. So, Rishi Sunak. Oh, there, Mr. Sunak. And his big boots. Stop the boots! Oh my god, that's a bit of a weird one. Doesn't like it. Let's bring it in a bit. Well, Sunak says he prefers Horizon to Plan B, but on a basis of a good deal. Now, they're arguing over the amount of money that the UK was going to get back. What was the net benefit to the UK? Well, they managed to agree on something in the end regarding how much money the United Kingdom got back in funding, which was quite a lot more than anyone else. I think I'll come in, what was that? It was about 12% instead of like 8% with the rest of the EU. But apparently, the UK was well placed. Obviously, the EU would entice them back into the Horizon project, which makes sense. Yeah, you're better in the know, aren't you? And but he's dragging his heels. He really is dragging his heels on this one, and as such, is the old how to put it? It's time is running away. It's like a ticking time bomb, I suppose, and the UK is going to be left in the ether, and it's just not ready. No, it's just not ready. It was a word. Keep the worms out in a minute. It's going to be left wanting. That's what it's going to be. Let's check it out a bit higher. Okay, got that there, and back into the chat. Oh, chat window. How do Vincent Brennan, evening all. Hello, Joel, and Johnny, hello there. Science sounds like fun. Well, just about the Erasmus scheme, Erasmus Horizon scheme. Well, I suppose Erasmus as well. Really, think about it, we're pretty much cock-blocked ourselves on that one as well, haven't we? The grants for the students now, vice versa in the EU and also in the UK. But Ireland has actually been, or was it Northern Ireland? I think Northern Ireland's actually been giving funding to Erasmus students, from Ireland to come into Northern Ireland. Makes sense, We should be doing things together, We should be holding hands, The little maypole dance or something like that, or not. But instead, these Tories are more concerned about
coming over here, taking our jobs and our women.
Apparently so. Crikey, that was a bit loud. Slowing down my sound effects, they're all different volumes in a minute. And top smoke warning. There may be a sound check or maybe not. Now, if you're wondering what Top Smoke was on about earlier today, because I've had some issues with audio from my microphone, in the sense I keep forgetting to turn the thing on, and or back on. And earlier today, he did a sound check. Well, no sound. Well, to see how long it took me to respond, it was about 4.5 minutes. It took me to notice, but the sound hadn't gone. He was winding me up. Top Smoke was. He was having a laugh. Yeah, bugger. He got me though. He did. He got me. Well, Brian Maguire there. We can see both and hear you. Excellent. Lucky you. Hello, Galaxy Fur. Oh, thanks for the super thanks earlier. Galaxy Fur from Miss Colony. Thank you. I did see it. The UK does not pay. It has no access. Simple enough. Well, obviously they don't have access at the moment because they've said no. At the minute, well, they've said no, but they've just not said yes. But they're dragging their heels. I don't think they got the money. That's what I think. Because it's a considerable contribution. But I don't think they got the money. But they do get a certain amount back, but it doesn't go into, obviously, the exchequer. It goes into funding for science in the UK. Scientists get it. But also get that collaboration, don't you? Which means you get to hold on to some rights to some stuff that's been developed. But not that. No. Rishi Sunak he's a fool. He's obviously clever about some stuff, but I don't think he's reading the room. I really don't. They're going to nose Starmer, to be honest. Well, the UK does not pay, has no access. Hello, David. Hope you're well. Brexiteers are blaming the EU for the chaos and holidays. I know. That's a funny one, that is. Oh, my giddy aunt. I did a video earlier today, actually, in reference to a Daily Mail article. And they're going on about, in this article, about freedom of movement in the EU and how those in the EU are so keen on freedom of movement, yet they're blocking us. What don't they get about, what don't they understand about being a third country? We're a third country in so many aspects now, with science as well. And then obviously the Erasmus programme, so we're not providing any support for our youth to be able to get educated abroad. Well, you got the Turing thing there, haven't you? Crikey. That's been a lame duck. No, a damn squib. That is. Irene! Hello, Irene. I hope you're well. Come on, Irene. Okay, I'll shut up now. If I do that, I'm definitely going to lose my voice. I woke up yesterday morning and I could not speak. Literally. Nothing was coming out of my mouth. The missus thought it was like bliss. She did. Brexiteers are blaming you. Yeah, exactly what they're doing. Marcus, I'm like you. My feeling is they have no cash to put where their mouth is. I think you're right. I think they've borrowed and borrowed and borrowed to the hill, as you already know, the GDP as it is. 100% of GDP, it's just over. And they can't keep borrowing with the interest rates going up. We've got about 100 and... What's it costing now for the actual debt? About 120 odd billion a year. Something like 9 to 10 billion a month to furnish the actual national debt. Well, that can't go on forever, can it? We can't sustain that. You just can't. You know, to me, it's absolutely mental. It's just, you know, and now we've got a situation where we can't actually afford stuff. We can't, you know, well, it looks like we can't afford the Horizon project. That's what it looks like to me. I think things are dire. And they're trying to, like, you know, rob Peter, pay Paul. And you get to a point where you got no more Peters left. They're all done a runner. Yeah. Investment in the UK is on the fall. Big time. The only time we're going to see investment in the UK is once we're already down flat on our faces. And then, you know, everything will be gobbled up. But it won't be for net benefit. It'll be people sitting on the money. They'll wait. People buy property and assets. And they'll wait until those assets eventually it'll turn around, obviously. It always does. And they'll just wait and wait and wait. Because they can, because they've got the money, they can sit on it. It's better off sitting on, you know, what could be potentially a dead cert win and, you know, considerable amounts of money. And they'll wait 10 years or whatever they have to. And they'll see their asset value grow. Especially when you've got these flipping asset holding companies, which allows foreigners to escape taxation. They hate all the foreigners, don't they? You know? All the xenophobes and yet they provide them with a means to hide their money. Get the money out of the United Kingdom. It just makes no sense at all. But people suck it up, don't they? They just listen to it and just take it. Oh, I'm not interested in that. That don't affect me. I don't care about that. Just like people who thought that was a good idea to leave the European Union, even though they got a second holiday home over here, now they can't actually visit it, even though they voted for Brexit. And many did. I just don't get it. Why would you do that? Stupid. They were made kind of promises by certain individuals. Well, they're just speculation. It have no basis. Oh, water. Go have your water. Kettle. Well. Oh, blimey. So, London. This was on July the 5th, this was. And Rishi Sunak has been dragging his heels, as you probably already know. Let's get that one out of the way. There you go. Oh, we're back. There we go. Dragging his heels. And the EU have been sort of left waiting. They said, okay, we've all agreed that, you know, all the member states have agreed to your demands for the Horizon project. So they got a pretty good deal, really. But he's still not keen. And like I said, I just don't think they can actually find the money. You know, because they've been recently finding money from all sorts of places. It's all borrowed money. It's all money that's been on the basis of these flipping bonds that Andrew Bailey, the Bank of England governor, thought was a good idea. You know, in some ways it could have been, but you know, on the basis of low interest rates, what have you. But it's not the case anymore, is it? So basically bought these printed money, quantities, and to print money to buy up government bonds, to use those bonds as collateral for borrowing money. It's shifty. It's really shifty. That's so dodgy. But that's what they've been doing. You know, it's okay when the interest rates are low. So when you're borrowing the money, you know, whatever percentage rate that was. But now they're paying around 4.8, 4.9% for borrowed money. It's I'm not talking about the base rate. I'm talking about the what they pay for the money they borrow against the GDP. To prop up the GDP, because our GDP ain't great, no. And the GDP is a crazy way of working out the value of a country anyway. To be honest, gross domestic product. That doesn't mean to say that's gross domestic profit. It's costing companies, as you well know, companies are having to pay a lot more to get the same amount of turnover. Including the Tesco's and the Asda's, all the obvious ones. The cost of them importing foodstuffs into the UK now is obviously more expensive for a variety of reasons. Perfect storm, and Brexit does go into it, as you know. And it's going to get worse with the checks that are coming in October and the beginning of next year. It's going to be hell. And we've had a situation in the past where there's been threats with turkeys, and there are no turkeys at Christmas, but the threats are becoming more and more serious now, in the sense that more and more likely to come into full fruition. Or you're going to see your turkeys come from, I don't know, from New Zealand or Australia or something. I don't know, the Australian turkeys. Do they have turkeys? Or they'd be kangaroos, wouldn't they? That's what they'd be. Yeah, you'll have a Christmas kangaroo. Well, let's go back in the chat. I don't want to forget about you, No, I don't. Brexit life. Oh, I know. Isn't that lovely? Oh, Brexit life. Wally is napping. Oh, isn't he just? Oh, I didn't see him behind me. So Alfrogo No Banco wants people to give him $4.99 a month to chat with on Twitter Spaces, and wait for Alfrogo Bitcoin and NFTs. Oh my god, non-fungible tokens, just like Trump did. Oh my giddy aunt.
I've been wondering what that special place hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely.
Well, that wasn't the one I wanted. Well, yeah, NFTs. Oh my god, really? Can you imagine it? You remember the Donald Trump NFTs? Let me just show you some. If you oh, let's see if I can find some. Oh god, let's have a look. Oh, there we go. There we are. Oh, ain't they lovely? They sold out in 24 hours. There's about 125 of them, something. Of different types, but there's thousands of these things that have been offered. This one's rather special. Oh my god. There you go. Can't be bad, can it? Can you imagine that with Farage? That'd be his Farage gym, wouldn't it? That's what it'd be. Oh crikey, these people. That's what vanity. Okay, back in the chat. Oh, did I see something there? Oh, thank you very much. Your outfit is so 8/8. Yeah, it's like it stepped out of the Magnum PI episode. Someone said that this morning. I was wearing a different hat this morning. I had a blue hat on this morning. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Top Smoke or something. The smoke was more this lunchtime. That was quite My daughter bought it for me. Yeah, and my shirt. I've actually had a person. I've took the saturation down a little bit. It's brighter than that. There you go. I've put the saturation back to normal. Yeah, that's normal. Actually, looks better anyway. So a helicopter and a Ferrari. That's what I need. Yeah. Well. Yes, for Bears Wolf. Oh, God, yeah. Oh dear. Am I on top chat? Or I'll be on live chat. Oh, there we go. We'll get told off again. I'll get told off. I will. Yeah, good point, Joel. A lot of homoerotic art. Yeah, flexing his muscles that he hasn't got. People bought this stuff. It wasn't cheap. It was like £500 each or something. So that was dollars each or something. That was a lot of money. People buying them. Can't believe it. Why would you buy them? You have to check out Donald Trump mystery box where he's trying to push it, and it has to seem to be on somewhere. Push it has to. Okay, so Donald Trump mystery box. So Donald Trump mystery box. Bear with me, Smoke. I'm really struggling with my voice at the minute. Got laryngitis. Don't worry, you won't catch it through the microphone. I don't think so. Oh. Okay, so what is this? The mystery box. Oh. To be a patriot addict. Yeah, £500 gift card. Okay. Don't need that. Okay, what is in this mystery box? So sign up and get a mystery box. What is in it? Is anyone going to do it? I'm not going to do it. They got my email, man. I'm not doing that. Chance to grab your free Trump mystery box. Okay, what's that all about? Oh, really? Trump $1,000 bills. They're 10 quid. $10. Reduced from 19.99. Why would you do that? Blimey. Trump £100 gold bar. 14.99 reduced from 29. Oh, this is so naff. Oh, these people. Why do they do that? Well, I was looking in the New European, and this was, when was this? Well, it was today. And regarding the Horizon Europe and the fact the UK is dragging its heels, I'll make it a bit bigger. There we go. There you go. Steve Anglesey. Hello, Steve Anglesey. Oh, I do like the New European. That's pretty good. There you go. So, 2 Brexit decisions that show Sunak is no longer acting in the national interest. Excuse me, he hasn't been acting in the national interest from day blooming one. The only reason he's got that job is so he can benefit his family. What is he on, 140 grand a year or something like that? His wife alone brings in 16 million in dividends from Emphasis, which is probably allegedly still operating in Russia. Well, the rejection of the regular EU talks and Horizon differing prove that the PM is running scared of his party's lunatic fringe. He's got pressure. Not from above, but from the right. That he has. So the past week, or in the past week, Rishi Sunak's floundering government has twice spawned no-brain opportunities for closer cooperation with the European Union. Now, I saw one where there was 50 million squid going to be offered in grants. So maybe there's going to be an amalgamation of lots of smaller ones. But it really didn't amount to much. Not 50 million quid could go far, is it? Not in the realms of science. Well, a decision on rejoining the Horizon scheme that funds scientific research has been deferred again. And now on the opportunity for regular talks on global issues, including defence and trade, has been rejected. With the Financial Times reporting a senior Brussels officials saying that Britain had given the EU the brush off. Yeah, probably. Now, this is one of the big things we're going on science at the moment, we're all talking about, and that's AI, isn't it? Well, the EU and the United States are working out an agreement at the moment. They're bashing their heads together to sort something out regarding having some kind of playing field that would, work across the board. Because obviously EU and also the United States, they do a lot of trade. But also, don't forget the UK also does a lot of trade. One of the biggest trading partners is with the United States. You can't be on the fringes of that. You just can't. Now, you've got the online safety bill. That is another issue. It's going to cause all sorts of problems. We've already got Signal saying we'll bugger off. We've got WhatsApp saying we'll bugger off. And they've said this before, actually. They've hinted on it. But they pretty much made the statement about a couple of days ago. And that is Apple. with the iMeet and FaceTime as well. So, anyway, regarding end-to-end encryption, anyway, they are not happy to give up the security of security, for everyone else in the world that wants to use just for the sake of one country. And many platforms have said, well, we'll remove ourselves from that country. Now, I know what's saying, they won't do that. They won't do that. Oh, no, they won't remove it from the UK. Oh, great, too much business. Too much money. They're not going to do that. They'll find a way. But the big but here is there's some platforms have already removed themselves from, in this case, the EU, for instance. You got Threads, as on the Twitter equivalent on Facebook. It's not available in the EU. You've got what's that other video platform? Is it Rumble or something? Is it Rumble? Can't remember now. Video platform, the one that's a bit dodgy. Anyway, it's that does not broadcast here in France, so it's no good me trying to go on. I can't get on that site, not without a VPN. Well, then there's no point, because if you earn any money for it, you'll find a way to get it to you, haven't you? I don't know. Probably really easy, to be honest, but I'm not gonna bother with it at the moment. I think it's a Rumble. Can't remember now. Hello, Alistair here. Brian McGuire. What, me dirty? Yes, you dirty. I never voted Tory. Oh, I never kiss a Tory either. Don't do it. No. You get herpes. Don't do it. Hello, Mellow. Trump will be playing NFT cards in jail. Is that why he's picking up his soap on a rope? Oh. Top Smoke says, shorts, is that neat Farage gin you were swigging? If not, why not? What? No, it's just water. Just water. I'm not well. I'm really ill. I've been struggling. I have. Oh, yeah, I'm going live. Look, I'm got my punishment. I am. I'm barely talk. I made some videos this afternoon as well. God, and we did a walk video. I'm just making it worse. Oh, hi all in the Wally crew. Talk about Wally. He's just down there. He's snoring away. Pointer. Oh, no alcohol. Just polluted water. That is. Well, not my water. No, one's filtered. Hello, gingers. I hope you're well. Top Smoke. Will we try and take all emphasis market for a laugh? Writing through databases at piss. Piece of piss. Scrolling down. Alright, so what me doing? Woohoo! Hello, Vincent Brennan. Is Twitter now an X? Yes. Why? Already trademarked by Mark Zuckerberg's Meta. Yeah. And also the at X on Twitter. Elon Musk stole that as well. It's almost like the I suppose it's just an X really, but the Confederate flag an X. Social networking services, that should be a fun court case. Well, maybe they'll do a bit of cage fighting, but I wouldn't do that with Mark Zuckerberg. No, I don't know if you realise this. Mark Zuckerberg is ripped. He's seriously ripped now. He's been getting trained by all like fighters and stuff. He does taekwondo, is it, or something like that, or jiu-jitsu, or something. Some kind of fighting anyway. So it's cage fighting idea with Elon Musk come up with it. I think he's back down at that one. He felt maybe not, because Mark Zuckerberg, he's been going into actual bona fide fights and stuff, and he's been winning. You don't think of that little geezer. I always thought of him being a bit like an alien geezer. You know what I mean? Mark Zuckerberg is a bit of a strange one, isn't he? A bit weird, but he's been training hard. He really has. So now, Elon Musk, how do you put it? You're kind of like you got moves. Yeah, you're not very trim. No, you're like me. I'm not quite that bad, but there you go. Anyway, So yeah, is Twitter now X? Yes, X already trademarked by Mark Zuckerberg's. At least it isn't a Z. You know, like the Russian Z. It isn't even in the alphabet, but you know. For social networking services that should be funding a court case. I know it'd be very interesting. Get your popcorn ready. Yep. And we got Reagan Elite here. Reagan Elite has a channel, you know. He has his own little videos he puts on quite regular. Very regular, in fact. But also he has, a collaboration. A collaboration with the Snowflake Show. Yes. Him and Lee Korn. There they are. Doing it together they are. And it's turning out to be a nice little show, that is. So check them out. You need a Zuckerberg account anyway. So it's a no-go. Zuckerberg. I have got, I use Messenger for the kids. Because they're all on it, you see. So there's no good me. Oh, I'm just going to do WhatsApp or something. And the kids are not on it. It's a bit pointless. That's the thing with these platforms, isn't it? They kind of get you by the short and curlies. So Musk is trying to turn Twitter into the house of dubious reputation with the XE. Oh, wait a moment. But also, he wants to make it into a bit like that chat we thing, the Chinese, all in one caboodle. That's what he wants to do. Well, he's hidden it anyway. Oh, Meadow, skinny half of trousers Rishi Sunak looks pathetic all the way, never lost his junky look, old style. But also, Rishi Sunak is on the side of the motorist, even though he can't even put diesel or petrol in his car himself. He certainly can't pay for it. No, where'd you put this? To go there. To go there. Could do that. No, he's a nutter. He ain't got a clue what he's doing half the time. Oh, I don't. Exactly, nothing Zuckerberg related here. Either Peter Meyer, too many people trade privacy for convenience. That is a very good. That's spot on there, P. Dallas. Too many people trade privacy for convenience. Oh, so I'm a sucker for that too. I tend to do the whole Google eco thing. I might pull away from it at some point because it's getting a little bit scary. But it all melds together. It saves me time. At the moment, I'm using Windows, only Windows 10 actually, but I could upgrade it now. I've upgraded the machine. Anyway, I'm using Windows. Probably better with Linux of some description, but some of the software that I use, I don't think I run on Linux, which would be a bit of a problem. But I've used Linux before, sort of lightweight versions of it, and it just speeds your machine up no end. It's not bloated with a load of crap. It isn't doing a load of shit in the background, and you don't know how it's doing. I've got a bit of a problem with my computer in the workshop at the moment. The hard drive is constantly running. You hear it working and beaving away in the background, slowing it all down. So it makes you wonder what's going on. So I have to disconnect from it in there every so often. Oh dear. That's a very good point, Peter Dallas. Too many people trade privacy for convenience. I think most of us do that. Don't forget, data is the new gold. It really is. X marks the spot where you should not be in. Well, I am on Twitter, and I'm only on Twitter, or on X. I'm on X Twitter. Twitter on X. Oh, anyway. I'm on, only reason I'm on there is because it's a great way of getting up-to-date news sources. And I can't do threads. That's Zuckerberg anyway. You can't really win really, can you? They're all at waste. They're all trying to make money. And the best source of money is obviously going to be data now, and which can be used in AI systems. But also, they sell that data to try and sell you shit. But don't forget, don't forget, you might not know. Have you heard of Palantir? Palantir? They're a big tech company. Yeah, big American tech company. Can you remember, was it last year or the year before, where everyone was supposed to give permission to companies to the doctors to say whether or not you're happy with your data being sent to Palantir? Palantir? Loads of people didn't bother. But now it's one of the fastest growing AI tech companies out there. Obviously, or it will be. They got so much data. They got all our data. All our medical records. How can you do with that lot with AI? Scary. Now, what I've done now, just to let you know, I can't show you because it's over here. all this now, I've made it so it completely disconnects from the internet. Didn't for that time. From the internet, I'm gonna get a Faraday cage next. Anyway, it's over here we got there's a big switch, not just like a light switch type thing. It's like a clunk type switch. Yeah, proper rotary switch. Clunk that shuts everything down. So once I boot it down, I can shut it all down. So they're not naughty people can't get into my machines. And over here I've got another switch, and I press it, and it physically shuts off the internet. It's not. Yeah. This does no completely gone. So if I want to go incognito, I got no threat of people coming stupid what I'm doing, I can shut them out. Not when I'm on the internet, obviously, because I was no. I just isolate the machine basically. The main reason I did it actually because lightning strikes. But anyway, I thought it sounded good. A Faraday cage would be cool though. That would. That would be a brilliant set, wouldn't it? To make this into a Faraday cage. Out comes the welder. What do you reckon? A load of chain link wire. Or weld mesh or something. Like a big dome. Like a big ball. I have to get into it. You know that film? What's that film with guy who punched? And the Oscars. I have to. That made me tickle. That did. Elon, how to ruin the company Musk? Yes, pretty much. Was 44 billion apparent value, although he overpaid, and now it's just 15 billion. Well, there you go. Lizard Musk is the lizard the Dyson vacuum cleaner caught. He's another one, isn't he? God. Oh, Dr. Smoke, when All Shorts dresses in the morning, he asks himself, do I want to look like an NRA member, or do I want to look like a target of the NRA? I look like a drug cartel or something. I look like a drug runner. What's the one with it? Well, behind the guy with the Mel Gibson film, was it? Or no, that was it. It was it Johnny Depp? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, that's funny. I haven't been wearing this all day, by the way. I've been in my schmuck. Yeah, I've been working in my schmuck. I change my clothes quite regular. I don't always wear the same thing. So it might look like I'm wearing the same thing sometimes, but it's just that I took it off and hung it up. Put it on again next day. Yes. Yeah, it's not such good plans, really. No wonder I've got so many hats. Yeah. So you might think the same shirt, you see. You might take your eye off the shirt. I've got a different hat now. You see that I had this morning. There was a blue hat this morning. I went with the blue. Excuse me. Anyway, back into the chair. I'm supposed to be doing this, and I'll talk to you. I don't mind. Because it's good. Oh, that's funny. No wide marks is better than looking like a mob enforcer. what like Lee Anderson maybe? Oh my god, anyone see that? Oh god. Lee Anderson did a bit of how to put it. I don't know if it's been serious or whether it's been supposed to be a spoof, sort of like a Partridge moment. I have to admit it was funny. If it was deliberate, it was funny, but I wouldn't be surprised it was accidental. Oh, I might find, if you haven't seen it is actually really funny. I've also cut one up as well into a mashup. The shirt is a Faraday cage. Just clad the room with syntax sheet. Oh. Almost my bedtime, P. Dallas. Jimmy Jam's on. Oh, hey, Tom Finney's. Oh, Jimmy Jam's got me Jimmy Jam's on. And a Teddy fluffed, and Nanny will tap me in. Oh, you talking about Jacob Rees-Mogg? Maybe. Yeah. No, I was going to say something. I shouldn't say that. No, I won't do that one. I'll get told off. Hello, Leacorn. What about your phone? What about my phone? What about my phone? I've got my phone here. That's the one I use. I've also got my other phone, which is the other one that I use. Quite often I use this one when I'm doing my walkie-bait videos with a gimbal. And then I have that one in my hand or in my pocket, which keeps turning itself, triggering things really easily. Like video clips and stuff like that. While I'm walking, which isn't very helpful. But yeah, what about my phone? What's wrong with my phone? Oh, you sent me something, eh? That's what you look. Consent. I've got nothing there. What about my phone? See, what about your phone, you said? There's nothing in my phone. Cool. Oh, anyway, back in there. Go ahead there. Tom Finch's almost my bedtime. Ooh, then that one. China is stealing all AI information, stealing all that the West invents, and it looks like we're going to have a massive computer wars. Yeah, they're all going to be quad computer things. And what's it going to be like? It's going to be like... Oh, I think of a film reference now. Well, it's a bit like Tron, I suppose. There we go. No, I mean, if you turn all your internet off, what about your phone? Oh, no, I mean the internet off to the computer, just to this setup here. That's what I mean. No, I don't turn the actual Wi-Fi off, or the router off. I mean the actual this. That's on its own. It's just, yeah, I'm just thinking about stuff that I've got on my computer. And also, because there's so many things, excuse me, connected on this system here, you know, I've got everything with some power supplies. The problem is, if I turn, I've got to turn everything off. If I want to disconnect it from the mains, I've got to turn everything off individually. So I thought it'd be easy just to have a big switch. That's pretty much it. And also, like the, I have to turn off my speakers, my monitor speakers, because otherwise they're on all the time, which means that the transformers are running all the time. Hence the lights are on and stuff, just waiting for signal. So I obviously have to turn that off. I have to turn it off. It's not easy, just one switch, isn't it? So I just wired it into my desk. It's literally there. Actually, oh, there you are. And over here with the internet, show you that one. If I can get it. And that thing there, it's a manual switch. It shuts off all the connections on the on the RJ45. Not just one, the whole lot. It shuts the whole lot off. It works. It works. So that way I can just isolate this from prying eyes and that you say, because obviously I'm a spy. Tom Finney, all equally dense, all that they are. But Bojo forehead is the biggest hammer. Well, what about his, how to put it, his little bit of fluff? Or is it his daughter? As in Charlotte Owen, or Owen Charlotte, is that Charlotte? Charlotte Owen, who's now in the Lords for life. What was going on there? She could be his offspring. Another kid that we probably don't know about. Or do now. And Joel Mariella says, Top Smoke, I would rather have a romantic dinner with the Wicked Witch of Oz, I think. We could click your heels together. You have to get out of the room quick. Well, when we had a massive power cut a couple of years ago, when the 2 power stations went down, remember that? Ooh, it blew the Fransat TV box, so my missus had no French TV anymore. We've had lightning strikes here, as wiped our, when we had the orange box. We haven't had any issues when we had the 4G in that with big aerials and whatever, directional aerials pointing to the tower, and everything here we used to run on 4G. And I have to admit, it was so reliable. It was really good. Apart from you're limited on the bandwidth, not bandwidth. You're capped basically. Anyway, and we've got, before we had that put in, we were on the orange, and the amount of times we got lightning strikes, it just blew up the old orange box. That was a nightmare, absolute flip nightmare to go down and get a new one. I think they'll sort that out. I ended up putting in a device which sends a strike. Yeah, the lightning. They're not 100% efficient, but they help to put the current to Earth, basically from the fuse box. That's a gas cooker switch. Yep, and it's a low voltage with a. No, that one. This one is full. It's 415 volts. This one is. It's not low voltage. I did check that. I'm not that silly. And the amperage as well, because I've got quite a bit of stuff going into it, really. The Owen spawn of the devil. Oh, God, yeah, she is. She just looks just like flippin' Boris Johnson. You superimpose her face on top of Boris Johnson's, they can't, like, meld together. Some say she might be his daughter. That's what I think. Or he might have have done the deed. But why? Given he has no moral compass whatsoever. Oh my god, yeah, it could be both. Ooh. Oh, she mustn't. Hello, Yasmin. My daughter's there. Oh, hello. Remember the storm we had that blew off the wind turbine propeller things? We never found them. Yeah, I remember. One of our wind turbines, we had 2 small wind turbines, about 600 watts each. And it didn't furl properly. It got stuck in the wind. Anyway, it spun so fast, the blades wobbled, and they flew away. We found 1 blade, and 2 blades literally just disappeared. I don't know where on earth they went. Probably in the side of a cow somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere. We never found them. Yeah, I do remember Yaz. I do. Oh dear. Oh, Larry, be wary. Did you know bananas are the weapons of Satan? What? Really? Oh, some people call them sex fingers or something. I don't know. Some say she might be his daughter. I know, scary. When we had the mass power cut. Yeah, I remember that. Anyway, let's get back into the topic. Oh, back down again. Oh, got a few more here. Just 30p Lee, mind is stuck in the 1920s. Oh my god, every time he talks is just rubbish. Never said nothing positive, and he's bloody angry about himself and hate the world. Yes, I think he hates his kids as well, actually, the way he's talking the other day. And everybody else looked like a fugger. Well, actually, his 2 boys look a bit fuggish, to say the least. Again, they're probably the decent ones in the family, to be fair. Yeah, the things like that critter has said before, like, for instance, stick them in tents regarding the refugees. Stick them in tents, get them out to work in the fields. Just get them home and get them a shower. Do the same thing tomorrow. He's an awful piece of work. Oh, that's giving me nightmares, Joel. What will Joel say? Tell us about your good tools in the workshop. Any CNC? I've got no CNC stuff. No, I use hand tools mainly. I would love to get a CNC machine, an 8x4 or something like CNC machine. I would. That would be really, really good. Oh, I would also like to get. I would like a laser etcher. That's what I would like for sign work or personalising stuff. Anyway, shall I get back into what I was supposed to be talking about? Reagan said, be sure to check out the Snowflake show every Wednesday. He's hijacked me. You hijacked me, Reagan, cheeky devil. That's fine, don't worry about it. Tom Finney, like that Simpsons episode, thousands of Boris coming down the hills, devouring all the wine and cheese that he is. The 30p Lee hooligan, yes, he is. Oh, here we go. Yeah, but don't forget to check out, it's got a link there now to do that. Oh, Ezra says he loves my outfit. Yeah. It could be worse. I could put on some, I don't know, my pink glasses. Oh my purple. Yeah. It'll get worse. It'll get worse. Sort of worse. My orange. That clashes. Where the other one's gone? My granddaughter's been in there. She's been running about wearing my glasses. She goes, she said, they're curly ones, they are. She goes, little Grace, little devil. Anyway. Oh. Take care, Tom Finney. Anyway, let's get into what we're supposed to be doing. So they're saying it's a bit of a brush off. They reckon it's a brush off. Giving the EU, he's giving the European Union a brush off. I'm not surprised though. And he says that we have become used to poor decision making from the governments of Sunak and his predecessors. Yeah, he ain't kidding. But what is extraordinary is these 2 cases in the willingness of the UK officials speaking off the record to admit that concerns about how cooperation with Europe would go down among Tory Brexiteer MPs who are stymied Yeah, and that should have been easy wins for Britain. Fortunately, they're just they're in the way, aren't they? We've got obviously you've got the ERG, haven't you? And now we've got this flipping new Conservatives like who are funded by some kind of right-wing think tank that's based in the United States, who are the ones who paid for the new Conservatives conference. I think was that early this year? Was it in May or something? When they're talking about we need to reduce legal migration as well. That helped the UK, wouldn't it? Not. So, on the moves of regular formal meetings, the FD report, a UK source is saying, we haven't proposed a dialogue and we won't be proposing one. Adding that they had cited domestic political concerns in the ruling Conservative Party about being seen to move too close to Brussels. Too close to Brussels. Now, similar to being admitted on the move to push back a decision on Horizon until after the summer. Meanwhile, other projects, obviously, they're carrying on. They'll be racing ahead. Scientists in the UK, they need to plan. How can they plan with this just hanging over? They don't know what to do. It's all if, buts, and maybe. Well, decisions fly in the face of reason, and the EU now holds regular formal talks with countries outside the bloc, including China, Japan, and Turkey. Because of Brexit sensitivity, it's unable to do so with Britain. That makes no flippin' sense. This is nuts. Well, on the horizon, Britain was a net beneficiary of the scheme before its Brexit-enforced exit, paying in $6.8 billion and receiving back $7.2 billion. Now, yet Sunak is scared of the reaction of Brexit big beasts like Ian Duncan Donut Smith, who he told Daily Express this week that the Horizon was an EU weapon to bully Britain. Oh, forgive you. Oh, crikey. Really? God, these weak-minded numbskulls. Anyway, and the reality is the Horizon programme needs us more than we need it. We are a science superpower of Europe. That's bollocks. We're one country. Have you noticed that a lot of the names for stuff, like, European names for science, arguments like the Faraday cage? I don't think that's an English name, do you? Anyway, we're the science superpower of Europe, apparently. We're back into the chat. Do I ignore you? No, nose picker Smith, yeah. Dunkin' Donut, Dunkin' Donut, nose picker Smith. Or something like that, isn't it? God, that man. He used to be the leader of the Tory party as well, didn't he? Yeah, no one liked him, though. He's incredibly sweaty. Actually, so was Dominic Raab. Did you do another free? Hello there. Our society is sick. You are not wrong, my friend. So I haven't managed to watch your. I've been quite ill this week, so I haven't managed to watch your videos this week, my friend. So I do apologise for that. No, actually, I've watched a couple early in the week, probably Wednesdays and onwards. I haven't been able to watch. I haven't been concentrated, to be honest, very well. I'm beginning to think this is more bacterial than actual viral, so I think I might need antibiotics, but we'll see. Because it's not going away. No. Started off with a sore throat, and that disappeared, and now it's like rough. Yeah. My voice has already took a hit from the thyroid, and now it's got this. There you go. Society is sick. You're not wrong. Science. Superb. Yeah, superpower. Let's be honest, science in Britain is fantastic. But a lot of them left. It used to be a science superpower, but now what's going on? We can't even get freaking satellites into the flipping sky without relying on other people. You tried Virgin? It blew up. Brian Maguire, hello there. Yeah. Once Britain leaves, everything will collapse. Oh, that's what they said. That's is exactly what they said. Which it has. Just that everything's British. So yes, once Britain leaves, everything will collapse. Which it has. Just that everything's British. It's collapsed, pretty much. You're not wrong, Brian. It's sad though. It actually makes it tear to my eye. Yeah, I just find the whole thing painful. I really do. And it's I know I make out of it and all that, but these are people's lives, you know. And I think my little granddaughter, you know, I mentioned this before. She seriously is interested in science, and she's, you know, I think that's the direction she might, you know, head for. Now, because she was born in France, she was born here. She was, yeah, San Juan Hospital. Fantastic treatment they got there. In fact, they nicked the baby and started showing it around because it was a half caste, hybrid. My daughter's white and her boyfriend's is Nigerian. So anyway, the nurse or the midwife would grab out. Oh, look at it! Oh, you're cute. Where's my baby gone? But anyway, she did get rigorous treatment. They really looked really looked after at the San Juan Hospital. It was brilliant. Maternity department there, and it was fun. It was fun. Anyway, she was born here, and because she was born here, I believe that she could get citizenship relatively easy. And I'm beginning to think maybe that she should be thinking about this sooner rather than later. Everything that's going on, because it's not be funny. It's by the time she's got to do anything like that, it's going to be there again. So there'd be plenty of jobs in the UK, wouldn't there? Yeah, because there won't be no scientists left. So maybe it is not. Maybe she should stay put in the UK. Although earlier today she did say, "Grandpa, I want to live here," she says. Yeah, with you, she said. Oh. And I said, okay. Well, on just you? She said, yeah. I said, there's a bit of a problem with that. I don't think your mummy would want that. Oh. So you're happy to live without your sisters? And I said, is it because they're noisy? And he said, yeah. And then she was thinking about it a bit more, then she realised, no, I'd miss him. So, it's funny how their minds work. It really is. But I am very fond of little Grace. She's a lovely little thing. And also, I think I've got a bit of a connection with her. Not because she was born here, but because she's eager to learn. And I thrive with people like that. I really love it when you, like, say for instance in the workshop, show somebody how to do stuff, and I can see they're engaged. They really want to learn how to do it. It makes me engaged, and it's the same with little Grace. Really engaged. Now, little Toshi, she's a little sister. Is her mind is she's got a lot going on in there. She really has, probably too much, really. But she's all over the place at the moment. She might settle down and start to focus. I hope so, because she's got a lot. You know, she's no fool. Definitely no fool. She's got too much energy. She's like a little Duracell bunny. She is. But that's noisy, and I think Grace is quiet. Generally, she'll talk when she wants to, but she's relatively quiet. So when she's doing her homework and stuff, yeah, she's 6 years old and she has homework. Yeah, she sits there in that little chair there and does her homework. 6 years old. Oh my God, I'm so impressed. Not just with that, I mean, what she's actually doing, the level she's at, it's way above her age group. Really impressed. Anyway, where was I? Bragging about my granddaughter. They're all bright, they're all clever. In their own little ways. Neville's really young anyway, to be fair. Hello, Irene. Come on, Irene. So, COVID in the UK won't be good news for the UK. Banned at the border again. Oh, no. Oh, yes, most likely. Good point, actually. So, Johnny K say it'll soon be lucrative to be one of the 5 remaining someone in the 5. Oh, I shouldn't laugh, but that is kind of where we're heading, isn't it? It's just denial, though, isn't it? It's like total denial that everything's gone to shit. Oh, Brexit. Oh, and we can go again. Oh, it's not that Brexit is a failure. It's how we've implemented Brexit is a failure, or something like that. Oh, crikey. Makes me think of Eddie the Eagle, the English ski jumper. What, me? Oh, as you all say. There will be no room for the chateau. Do you think that you are ever getting rid of Gingers when he gets his bags unpacked? Oh, I don't know. Maybe not, I don't know. My little daughter don't want to go. Granddaughter don't want to go. It was 5 or 6 years ago. Irene. Oh, Higgs at 94. COVID in the UK won't be good news. Done that. Oh, I'm too far up. I am gone too far up. There we go. Simon says 55 that the guys replying to that the guys with the moustache and the glasses, right? Oh, makes me think of Eddie the Eagle. Yeah. Oh my god. He made a film about him, didn't he? Oh, Granny Waddlebottom. Yeah. Oh crikey, Granny Waddlebottom. Oh, I've got here. Oh, there. Oh.
Brexit hasn't been a triumph.
That was a bit of...
Brexit hasn't been a triumph.
It hasn't. There we go. If you do that smart Elon Musk, find other ways to make your products and batteries without exploiting the Africa Mother Nature, using poor people, destroying Mother Nature. If you're talking about cobalt, they don't put cobalt on a lot of these batteries now. Obviously, that is an issue, but a lot of it actually, if within the CPTPP, it will be coming from Australia. They also have a lot of mineral deposits. So does China, but also China also has access to. Don't forget, it's not the cobalt or lithium batteries or anything like any of these batteries that are doing exploitation. It's the countries that allows it to happen. It's the Congo and places like that. They're the problem. They don't value their people. They just don't. Yeah, he did. As in Eddie the Eagle. He crashed almost every time and broke many bones. That he did. He was a lovely guy, though. He was a lovely guy. Right character. Right, 60 minutes up. Bed. Oh, sorry late for the chat. I want to finish what I'm doing. Let me finish what I'm doing, and then we'll call it. Sorry late to the chat. Hello, Andrew. I hope you're well. Andrew Pedler. What have I missed? We're talking about Horizon. And the fact that Rishi Sunak has been dragging his heels. And before in the past, he's said things like about having a plan B regarding funding for the science in the UK, but it nowhere near matches up to what the opportunities Horizon offered, because you had all these other scientists who will be adding to the pot. You'd have access to, which makes a huge amount of sense. But now they say we'll make a decision until after the summer. I don't think they got the money, because it's still going to cost like 10 billion. And I don't think they got the money, even though a lot of it will be coming back in a net benefit to the scientists, but obviously not necessarily straight into the coffers of the Chancellor. It'll come into the actual economy, obviously, but for most in the EU, Brexit has been unmitigated successes joining it. I know. How embarrassing is that? And if it's ever helped muffle the far-right nut jobs in our countries, and that is the benefit of Brexit. Even the likes of Maloney and Marine Le Pen and that ilk, they're a little bit quiet on it now, aren't they? Because I can see it hasn't exactly panned out. They've seen that, well, people leave. That doesn't help, does it? Well, talk about Maloney, she's been meeting up with Biden, she has, last couple of days. Yeah, they've been a friendly friendly discussion. Apparently they're pals now, they're friends, best friends, Maloney. Giorgia Maloney and right-wing president of Italy. And Biden. Well, I suppose he's still got to talk, haven't you, I suppose. You're right, Johnny. Yes, it's been a success in the EU. Look at Paris. They're rubbing their hands together. amount of banks that have left, such JP Morgan, for instance, all moved a huge amount of assets over because they had to. Search for Elton John and Joni Mitchell, says Top Smoke. Now that is some photo. Elton must be the campest man ever. And that included that damn woman. Okay, I'm going to have to see that. I watched a documentary, movie the other day. It was oh, crikey, it was a musical actually about Elton John. I hadn't seen it before. So if it wasn't for the singing, it would be. I'd have enjoyed it more, but the singing was terrible. Which image? Oh, I've got so many of them. Okay, maybe that one. Oh, it's really small. Oh, that's a bad picture. That one's tiny. Oh, actually, never do that. That'd be better. There you go. Is that what you mean? Or have I got that wrong? That's not very camp. Like maybe that one. Well, that one there. Okay. Hello, Lee Corn. Have you worked out which film is set earlier? Gladiator, Shakespeare in Love, or 10,000 BC? Well, it'd be 10,000 BC, wouldn't it? Benjor. Oh, number 3. Oh, number 3. A drain of expertise from the UK. You're not wrong, Andrew. It isn't just that, though, is it? It's that we've kind of lost that relationship, that connection that we had with the EU. Not necessarily with the youngsters, although they should have voted, although many of them couldn't. You know, we've lost that dream. Even with the older generation, you know, that dream that I'm going to move abroad and I'll set up, move abroad, retire abroad because we can buy a house quite cheap, we'll have a bit of money left over and just live off that. You know, probably end up some sort of English ghetto somewhere, but there you go. You know how it is. Yeah, I've seen them. They have Brexit pubs and that, don't they? Yeah, there's a Brexit pub, wasn't there, in Bulgaria as well? It's quite and there's a Brexit burger. Yeah, a burger joint that did Brexit burgers. That went bankrupt though, I think, if I remember rightly. Or was it the Brexit? Why would you do that? Whatever the outcome, there's always going to come to an end, isn't it? You know. Although I don't know if Brexit ever is going to be fair. Elton for the campus man. Do. You know what? I love camp. I do. There seem to be the joyous people. Look, Graham Norton and people like that. Yeah, it's hilarious. You know. I would say it's pretty camp. Oh, they're fun. The UK will not bother itself with internal affairs of the world. What do you think? I bet the UK will always interfere. That's why they build all these, frigates and aircraft carriers with wonky prop shafts. Scroll down. Oh, the Brexit pub. I know. There's one in Bulgaria. That's like above a nightclub. Actually, it was above a strip joint or sex shop or something like that. Yeah. DUP members would only be aware of 2 of those movies, given that, in their eyes, the world is 6,000 years old. Yes, good point. God, who was that said that? Well, that was the leader of the DUP, wasn't it? Oh, crikey, I can't remember his name, though. A Brexit pub with a French theme. Can you imagine it? Blimey. I made a carving, oh, said Top Smoke, with a die grinder and a Stanley knife. What would you use? I just did a what? Top Smoke, I just realised you got a wheel brace. Not a wheel brace, you got a brace and bit as your thumbnail, Top Smoke. If I was going to be doing, what would I use? I'd probably use my marbles carving chisels, because I like to carve with chisels. I'm old school, me, you know? Although I would like one of them the other ones, the hanging ones off a motor. One of those would be quite good. Powerful one, that'd be quite handy. Especially for like the, die grinder is literally like a little spinny cut on the end of a handle. You basically chip away at whatever you know, carve what you do. Bit of whittling bit of whittling with your die grinder. It's a bit noisy though. Yeah, but they are good though, and they're quick. If you want a bit of carving, that is. Oh, did you got that love and feeling? Oh, you've lost that love and feeling, says Geordie. Oh dear. I made a carving with a die grinder. Dinosaurs under pressure aren't all that introspective. Well, they're certainly under pressure. They were fossilised. Well, you have to queue before you can get in. Oh, well, okay. PMI. Yeah, it's not good what's going on with the pubs either, is it? They're shutting left, right, and centre at the moment. And so are the microbreweries. They can't function properly. So it ain't good. Which is a science in its own right. Now, talk about science in its own right. They're in the Charente, not far from here. There's a brewery, and they also do ciders and other stuff as well. Well, it's a bit of a hobby for the owner. This guy's a multi-millionaire, and he's built this flippin'. I think I told you before, actually. It's like a science lab. I mean, it's like a big, all glass-walled building inside this. There's a part. It's like it's been put there. All these glass walls and the glass roof and stuff. Yeah, and in there they've got all this equipment and what have you to do all the testing and to create all these wonderful beers and what have you, and flipping high tech stuff. They don't make a lot of money. It's just a hobby. He sells it, and they do. Like, you go in there and you can get them to. You can go in there for a day and design your own beer for like a wedding or something. And you come away with your keg after once it's finished. You've obviously got brew and what have you, and you can get a keg out of it, or kegs or whatever. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What's the brew? I can't remember what it's called. Far better than a Dremel. No, Dremels are too. Oh, they've got the oomph in them, have they? A flexi shaft, 10 quid flexi shaft. Okay, top smoke. So what are you using? Oh, hang on. Oh, we haven't said. 10 quid a flexi shaft. Just eats wood. That's cool. The Dremels have got no oomph in them at all, have they? So what's that brewery called? Let me see if I can find it. It's an English guy. I hope they're still there. They quite often do like a breakfast one. Eat burgers and beer and stuff. Yeah, an early brew. Sure. I think that's the one. Sean Ales. That's it. Found it. We'll show you. Hang on. That's what we made on the picture. Graham's on the picture. In a new tab. Here we go. I'll show you that. One of my biker friends. Yeah, that's Graham. What's up? This is let's find the actual. More about the brewery. It's just another second. Why has it gone so big? Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. So if I do that and go into... I'm losing my voice! I want to go back into my... What's it? Into my topic. I want to find his lab. Have I got a picture of his lab so I can show you? No, well, there's the bar. It's in the Charente. It's called Charente Ales. Acorn, so that is the bar. Dude. They do a wicked cider as well. Oh, I find that blooming laboratory he's got in that place. He must have a picture of the laboratory. Can't see it. Oh, I'll just show you I can't see the laboratory. I can see, I got this. George Brewery. Oh, cognac. Gotta be cognac, you know. And cognac. He ain't got many pictures on there, actually. It's getting swamped by other pictures, which is no good. No, it's not showing the brewery itself. It's just showing the bar. That's strange. Oh, anyway, it's not showing me any. I can't find any pictures yet. Let's just no, it's not what about it. Let's get back to what I'm supposed to be doing anyway. Oh, God, getting sidetracked there, aren't I? What am I like? So if you are thinking about it, the corn is called the Charente Ales. They have all sorts of them. It's pretty nice. Now, you just down the road from me, there's another brewery, which is a French one, but it's not as good. In the St. Lawrence School. I can't remember what school, but. Oh, got a burbot with tungsten carbide, 3mm shaft. The drain of expertise from the country will take decades to restore. Unfortunately, you are correct. Why would any free-thinking person or foreigner status would want to study and or live here with the current attitude of the UK? That's a very valid point. Current attitude of the UK. That's the bit that saddens me. It just seems such a shame. You know? We were far more open and, accepting of people. Not a race or creed that you are. Let's not judge people on what you are. Let's judge people on who they are as a person. You know? It just frustrates me, it does. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Well, I do get it. I get it because it exists, doesn't it? And some people are just nasty and they feed off it all. Take decades to restore. So, ideal Brexit themed pub. Cool to get in and then find there's no beer, no staff, and the toilets are overflowing. And you stick to the carpets like a Weatherspoon. Pop the ping. Yeah. I must have missed it. What are you spinning at the end of that shaft? What? The missus! Oh. Is it Michard? No, it's called Charente Ales. Then it's the English one. English bar. In France, in the Charente. But it's more of a hobby, to be honest. I think the guy is a multi-millionaire. He's got loads of money. He comes in by helicopter occasionally and plays around with the techie stuff in its laboratory, and then goes away again. And it's just a bit of fun for him. People do that sometimes, Why not? If you can do it, why not? So anyway, where were we on this? There we go. Back into it here. There we go. Get my worms out. Have a drink. Quickly have a drink. Right, anyway. So, the science superpower of Europe. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong screen. So how does that make you feel? We are the science superpower of Europe. Might have been before. Major player, anyway, at least. What about the satellites? Flipping him who did his drive-through eye test. Went to Durham, didn't he? Oh, crikey. He bought he spent £500 million on a satellite system. It was no good for flipping GPS. That's the reason they bought it. Now how can we make this work now? And they're looking at a system similar to Elon Musk's satellite internet service. Satellite's no good for GPS. They thought they could retrofit all the satellites. They're already up there. So governments are supposed to govern in the national interest, even when it is politically difficult. Of course. Even in the last few years, Conservative Prime Ministers have gone against type to face down rebellions from their right over lockdowns, furloughs, and fuel bills. It seems like there's always been like last minute decisions, like the fuel bill was. You know? Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You know, Liz Truss, remember her? Oh, what was her name again? Oh,
in December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
Care about pork markets. Oh. Yet Europe continues to divide the Tories, and like no other issue. It's because it's not working. If it worked, if Brexit was a success, everyone would be happy. But no, it's not. It's a flipping disaster. And now they're trying to cover asses to actually cover up the the fact that they told everyone to do a rather stupid thing. Just so they can hide their money. So Sunak appears unwilling to do the right thing for Britain if the price is enraging Brexiters so close to the general election. Well, now this week, the Prime Minister has shown that he is unwilling to govern in the national interest. And if so, what is the point of him continuing to govern at all? There's none whatsoever. Like I say, he can't even fill his car up. He even stole the car. Wasn't even his car. For a photo shoot. He does love his photo shoots and his dodgy little videos, don't he? You know. He's crikey, he's a foul individual. You know, what about this photo shoot he did? Oh, my giddy aunt, you know, this little promo video for the Tory party under Rishi Sunak. It's rather glitzy.
I will unite our country, not with words, but with action. I will work day in and day out to deliver for you.
Whoop-de-doo!
Hello, Joe Biden here.
Mr. President, it's Rishi Sunak. How are you?
You wanna be in my gang, my gang, my gang. You wanna be in my gang. Oh, yeah!
You wanna be in my gang, my gang. Oh, no. Just some baked beans instead. Well, the thing is, though, back last year, Rishi Sunak was making demands. He was demands for UK participation. Participation would be a win-win for the UK and the EU, but the UK cannot wait much longer. So the UK's Europe Minister, Leo Doherty. And now he's dragging his heels. So the UK's Europe Minister called on the European Union to reopen British access to the EU scientific programmes on Monday. And London says the participation in Horizon Europe, the EU's, remember this is like last November, EU's flagship funding programme, nuclear regulator, Euratom, and the Copernicus, or whatever it is, the satellite monitoring group, was outlined in the post-Brexit trade deal, but the UK has been excluded. Well, there's no agreements in place. Well, the UK government believes that this delay is in breach of the post-Brexit deal. A claim refuted by the EU. It's got nothing to do with it. The fact of the matter is that Northern Ireland Protocol has always been a bit of an issue when they negotiated that now into the Windsor Framework. Red and the blue lines. Like the red and the blue pill. Red and green lines. Well, anyway, it ain't working. No. Not as I'd hoped, anyway. Oh, God's sake, can you imagine that? We've got so many things that we're just literally isolated from the EU. If it's not going to be flipping, self-inflicted online protections bill to basically, because a few individuals who are, should be locked up, could be potentially using the platform as a way of transmitting images, they'll just find another way. I'll just send them direct. I'll just find another way. But anyway, So yeah, so that's going to mess a huge amount of. How many businesses use WhatsApp and Signal or the Apple equivalents as a way of communicating because they feel that it's safer than any other way. For low level kind of communications. But not now. Well, if this business bill's passed, they will get passed, and I'll go through. And all of a sudden, we'll be screaming because they got no. Well, you got no blooming what's that? The same blooming platform where everyone's been hiding their messages on in the government. So that's a positive, I suppose, if it is removed. I don't know about you, but I don't want people looking at my messages. They're private. It's saucy. Oh, hello. Oh. Hey, Brian. Oh, cheers, buddy. So even though education is relatively cheap in Europe, consider this as a start for Grace's uni costs. Hey, nice one. Keep the brains in the family. Well, don't go by me. Whatever you do. Oh, cheers, buddy. Yeah, nice one. She's yeah, I'm so impressed with her. She's just amazing. She's an amazing little girl. This is my little Grace. So I will miss her when she gets back to the UK. That I will. Yeah, there you go. That's where they live. She my daughter. What's she like? She used to live here. She went back to the UK. Why would you do that? Oh, it's crazy. There we are. Why did that go? What's happened? Something's happened here. Let's move over there. See if we can find what's going on. Back again. We're back again. Okay. Technology, hey. It's been sent to try me, as. Oh, thanks for that, Brian. You're most kind. Talking glass. Anyone remember Apple discovered the big problem? People, they kept running into glass windows and doors in the first few days. Oh, and suffered serious injuries, and crossing roads and stuff and getting run over. Talking glass. Plus, you have to leave after 90 minutes and can't return in the same evening. Check it out. Alright, here we go. Ideal Brexit themed pub. Coup to get in and then fine. There was no beer, no staff. Oh, done that one already. Drawing expertise in the country. Yep. What's an associate membership, please? What? Associate membership with the EU? I don't think you can do that yet. They're talking about it, weren't they? Guy Verhofstadt, he was trying to push for it. He can become an associate member. But he was I think it was shut down. No one agreed to it. Here's a remainder for a non-member of the EU. For a non-member of the EU. The fee for an associate membership is calculated from the official projected GDP. A few years forward, and the UK refused to provide a number for that. Oh, okay. Because they didn't want to pay more money, probably. I see Bowl Hat Man, another Starmer fanboy. I know. I watch one of his videos every day. And I love Bowl Hat Man. I think he's a lovely lad. But, you call me a swing voter if you like, although I would never vote Tory. But, I would say I'm more of a greenie, to be honest. I'm somebody who'd vote Green, naturally. Other than that, it'd be tactical voting. So it'd have to be Labour. Even sometimes it'd be very difficult for me to do so. I'd be doing it with gritted teeth. I think the problem with this is that you're going to get Labour coming into power, and they're not going to be there. Because unless they actually... Because at the moment everyone's just keen to get the Tories out. We want to see them flatline the Tories and get Labour in, and then there'll be somebody else. Might be Liberal Democrats. They need to perform. They need to provide something for people that they feel they've got some hope. Even if it is this so-called get Brexit, make Brexit work. Crikey. That was never gonna work, and there's no such thing as a... Well, there we go.
Let's get Brexit done. Let's get Brexit done.
It's never gonna happen. We're all done. Guess okay. Well, I can't see how he's gonna be able to make that any better than what it is. Oh, it's a fly there. Go away, fly. As it is at the moment. I just can't see it. He can soften, he can round some of the old hard corners, and that's about it. Unless he's going to accept some ruling from the European Court of Justice, and then we could see some marked improvements. But it's still not going to be better than membership. There is nothing better than membership. There's always going to be friction to trade. It's always going to be. You know, you can't have any of the other stuff. I know that man seems to think he can, and what's his face? Phil Morehouse. That we can have all this stuff without being a member of the EU. It's just not going to work. Have a Norway deal. Well, Norway will oppose it. I know they haven't really much say, but they will kick off. They will want it. And where will they hit us? They'll hit us on fish. Fish! That's what they'll do. It's like, okay then, you're going to have this similar deal to us, are you, in the EU? Well, you're not going to get no fishing quotas. That's what they'll do. They'll use whatever's in their arsenal to make our lives more difficult. Well, not more, because I'm in the EU already, but, you know. They made it quite clear, didn't they, remember? When there was talk of this Norway deal. Oh, hang on, just hang on. I think there was another deal, wasn't there? It was the Australian deal. What deal? We have a Norway deal, or you know, or an Australian deal, or an New Zealand deal, an Australian deal, or Canada deal. God's sake, it's just nuts. The whole thing's flipping nuts. People bought it. They've only got to say it, and people buy it. I don't know why. It's like the majority of the voters, they can't read, or they can't listen. I don't know what it is. Yeah, Abdul, hello, buddy. Yeah, he is. I'm a bit. I see Bald Hat Man is upset with Vosk for stating that Labour was right wing. I don't think Labour's right wing. I think all parties have moved to the right a little bit. I think they all have. I think there's been a shift. You know what they say, like, follow the money? Follow money, yeah. Or the money, I don't know, donkey in the carrot, so to speak. People have moved to the right. Mainly because of immigration, I think. There is that fear of immigration, and there's a hatred, isn't there? For people who they think are different. And the parties, the political parties, they had to follow suit. Look at the Red Wall. You know, everyone's moved to the right. And so is Starmer. So whereas you could say Tony Blair was sort of centre ground, and he's got to move a bit right of centre. I wouldn't say Labour's right wing. It's not right wing. Anyone who tells me that Labour's going to be worse than the Tories, I just don't buy it. I really don't buy it at all. They'll just be different. These Tories are just the biggest liars out there, cheats. And crikey, the stuff that's coming out of their mouths is just vile, absolutely vile. You know. And the fact thing I asked about Starmer, okay, you know, you might not like him. I'm not keen. I had high hopes for him when he got voted in to the membership. I thought, good. I was hoping for it, but he's been a lame duck. You know, he's got no boom for a start. You know, for all Alexander Bob's Pfeffel Johnson's ills, at least he had something. I didn't like it. But you could, draw a crowd, and you kind of got to, because you're a figurehead of the country. It's not just about saying the right things; it's about having the right performance. It's just sad, really. It's just how it is, because you've got to try and draw people to you. You've got to get people to warm to you. You've got to say the right things and perform the right way. just where we are. It's just madness. It's another reason why we need proportional representation, because we're then feeding off all bases. I know in some countries it's been problematic. It still makes more sense. You know what's going on in the Netherlands at the moment. And then we've got problems in Spain. Can't seem to make their mind up there. It's all gone nuts. The world's messed up. I think we can agree on that one. We can. But to think that Labour's going to be worse than the Tories, that's just... No. And to think that, oh yeah, why would you vote Labour? Because, no, I don't buy that either. Because there won't be any different than the Tories. That's rubbish. Rubbish. There's a lot of people that are very upset because the left, the socialist left, has been pretty much been pushed out of the Labour Party, which could potentially pop up. We could potentially have another party pop up, where it be under Jeremy Corbyn, which I don't think so. It'd have to be somebody else. What good is a party if you're never going to win? And that's what we had with Jeremy Corbyn. You know, you're going to have a left-wing party, but a left-wing socialist party could bring people on board. Clement Attlee. Well, joining Gay, here's a reminder for the non-member of the EU. The fee for an associate membership is calculated from the official projected GDP. And the UK was all very sheepish about that. They were. You aren't wrong. So scroll down. Marcus, there's only so much an opposition leader can do with one party majority. Yeah. One has to wonder, sadly. I think that we are heading for a police state. I know. That is... I think you're right, actually, number 3. What's one of the things put on your books? Reading. Not the last one before. I think it's right. Oh, I got sneeze now. Sorry. Oh, fuzzy head. Anyway. Okay, number 3 was saying, in response to Abner. Given the dross coming from Reeves, the lies from Starmer. Lies from Starmer? I don't... What actual lies? Starmer's very, very careful what he says regarding that sort of stuff. He might have done some U-turns, but it doesn't necessarily mean lies. They've been quite clear that the situation is not going to be what it was when they first made those promises. I think we have to accept that. The situation is dire. And it's not just a situation that's dire in the last, it's happened in the last year. It's been happening in the last few months. And it's rapidly changing. We're in a hell of a shit place at the minute. I don't think they can really make too many promises until they know what the situation is. And until they get in there, and they have some idea what they're dealing with. At the moment, they ain't got a flipping clue. All they know is bad. Even the Tories have made that quite clear. That it's bad. So, don't get me wrong, Abner. I would hope that I would prefer more socialist opposition than what we got. I could also kind of understand why he's doing it. Because we've got to bring the red wall in. And the red wall is just... I'm sorry, but they are literally... Not all of them, obviously, because not everybody voted for Brexit and what have you for the start, but the majority did. You've only got to listen to some of the tripe that comes out of their mouths, what have you. It's painful to hear. But do you really believe that? Look at that little Andy Plum geezer. Oh my Gideon! He put something out there. Oh crikey! On he put a tweet out or something. No, he's copied and pasted. I think he's a bard on Twitter. But anyway, he's gone on about Hitler was evil. I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can find it. That's that. I was going to recite it wrong. The X. Oh my Gideon. Andy Blum. What a palonka. What a plum. Oh no, he is on. Oh, Craigie is on Twitter still. Oh, here we go. Let's show you. All right. This is Andy Plum, and he's a right-wing nutjob, fascist, arsehole, racist. Yeah, everything. That's what he is. He's nasty. It says, once again, Andy Plum has nailed it. The avian race. Anyway, Hitler was evil. What he did will be universally condemned for many generations to come. His actions will be a stain on Germans for generations to come. However, his views on an avian race, bird people, have some relevance in modern times. Not Aryan race, avian race. He wrote that. The UK will be are being infiltrated with impregnated by evil and foreign forces. Yeah, the avian people, the bird people, bird men and women. Oh boy, yeah, fluffy. Oh, I should have done that. Oh dear, nuts. It's all nuts. Oh, steady on, says Abner. Also, it's like Labour rewriting history. Corbyn was so close. He was close in 2017. He also nearly slapped poor old what's-her-face, I've got a name now, on the boobies. Because got too excited, he did. Yeah, he's about to give a high five and she put her hands down. And almost. That was funny. That was a funny moment. Yeah. He reverses pledges almost every single week. I don't know what he's going to do, to be honest. So what can he do, though? They ask him questions, and these are old pledges that were made, not modern, not early, recent pledges. And don't be wrong, I don't want them to reverse things. Obviously not. I'm not a Starmer fanboy. I'm quite the opposite. I'm a greenie, me. I'd like to see someone like Caroline Lucas, even though she's stepping down. So yeah, but there you go. I'm no fan of Labour. I'm not. But there again, I know you're going to disagree with me. I think our best years with Labour was with Tony Blair. Maybe Clement Attlee. But there again, I wouldn't remember. But yeah. And then he messed everything up with Iraq. But there you go. Schooling really improved under Tony Blair. Under education. Although there was a PFI hospitals. Not sure I was happy about that. Another friendly reminder, pledges made for you when you become a PM while the UK is still in the EU don't amount to much 4 years after leaving the EU. Good point. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, Johnny. The media people can be challenged. The thing is, he's been challenged a lot of these pledges, actually. It's using the word challenged. Or hijacked, you challenged. Yeah, number 3. The thing is, Starmer's been challenged on that recently. On lots of things regarding pledges recently. He hadn't been asked before, and now he's speaking what he thinks of the truth. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I ain't got a clue, to be honest. Everything's so flippin' messed up. We're buggered anyway. Whatever happens. Don't really matter what party's in. They're all going to be killed by the sun. The media people can be challenged with facts and sound reasoning. Number 3. Where have you been? The media people can be challenged with facts and sound reasoning. You can challenge them, but they're not listening. That's why we got Brexit. You try to challenge these people. We got talking down the UK, talking down Britain. You are. We're British. Starver. Starver. I have to like. Was it Keir? Sir Keir Kid, Sir Kid Starver or something, wasn't it? I have to admit that did tickle me somewhat. Because that didn't make any sense doing that one. That wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. That's something that's going to piss everybody off. If there's anything you need to get rid of, don't forget Cod 6 there wasn't actually his policy in the first place. There's a Tory policy. People have more problem with Starmer saying that we can't remove it at the moment than actually, it's going to stay. Then when the Tories actually brought it in. Blimey. Oh dear. Why would anyone anywhere near the left try and lead any party when they know no matter what the media... Yeah, good point. Which is rip them in pieces. Well, look at the monopoly in the media. 90%. Keith Rupert Murdoch owned 90% of the UK media. No one stands a chance, do they? We've had years and years and years of trickle, negative towards the European Union or opposition parties. It's trickle, yeah. When it comes down to it, you don't stand a chance. It's already impregnated in people's brains because it's kind of advertising, isn't it? And advertising does work. Repetitive messages works. 3-word slogans, they work. That's why they do him. Make Brexit work. Yeah, brainwashes you. So they were just using the Tory... oh, crikey. Tory recipe. Why? What are your options then, Con 6 here then? Who else are you going to vote for? What are your options? You know? Is it just, you know, we're all going to be holding our nose. I know I will be. I'm not happy about the Green policies on the Labour side. The fact that it's obviously the wound them down by a year. But you're right, Ben Shaw. Why would anyone near the left try and lead any party when they know they're going to be ripped to pieces by the media? That's so true. We should all... Number 3 says we should all vote Green. It'd send a message, wouldn't it? But then... Those who'd vote Tory are not going to vote Green, are they? You might just give the Tories a lead, that's the problem. Give them a foot up the ladder. I think we're all scared shitless the Tories are going to get in again. So if the left have been pushed out, then all you have remaining are the right. Cheers, Colin. So if yeah, I suppose you got a point there. Because I was referring to the fact that I think everyone's shifted to the right. And the Tories have been, Starmer's pushed a lot of the... He hasn't pushed everybody out, but certain characters, such as obviously Corbyn, have been pretty much expelled, haven't they, really? Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's a valid point. For all the possible greatness, Corbyn, he was a Lexeter. Yeah, he wanted to leave the European Union. And his argument for that, same with, oh, for God's sake, my memory's gone silver. Him from RMT. Oh, Hood. You know, I give him my brains. He's a Brexiteer. And the argument was that we can't nationalise the rail without leaving the European Union. That's bollocks. It's not true at all. We've got nationalised systems. So flipping, Macron's just nationalised the entirety of the of EDF. So, how do we manage to do that in France? It's rubbish. It's a rubbish argument. It's not true. Oh, hedgehog legs! Hello, hedgehog legs! I like hedgehogs. Making hedgehog houses over here. I made 3 so far. I need to make more for the winter. Labour's more likely to split if we get proportional representation. That's a good point, actually. That's a very good point, isn't it? Of course it is. Well, you get loads of little parties, couldn't you? Come out of the woodwork. On the right and the left. And I ain't got a problem with the right-wing parties being in the proportional representation. We have a balance, then. We need a balance. If we're going to try and satisfy everybody's views, maybe we've got to do it in the Netherlands where everyone has to do a referendum. Like an online referendum you've got to do or something with a decision. Is it the Netherlands that you do it? Become. Another friendly reminder. Yeah. Bird brains. Oh, lots of bird brains. There we are. Vote Green. I would vote Green if I thought it was going to make a difference. I definitely would. But they got no hold. We're Broadland. Our vote would be Broadland. And we've got there's no chance of Greens in Broadland. It's got a Tory stronghold as it is, so it's a bit weaker now, but it's definitely a Tory stronghold. Unfortunately, another friendly reminder: religious meet before legal. I'm to agree. Probably into the three parties: traditional Labour, socialist Dems, socialists, and possibly a fourth hard left party. At the moment, the left is not really represented, is it? Not at all, is it? Come think about it. Can you think of a left-wing party, a socialist party at the moment? I've got one. Count Binface. That's it. Count Binface. And Lord Buckethead. Yeah, those two. They're socialists, aren't they? They've got some quite good policies. I like the one with the gangplank at Westminster. Whenever the Tories lie, they have to walk the gangplank. Oh, that's Switzerland. That's it. Yeah, has regular referendums over most major decisions. Must be hell to organise and costly. But you can't argue the vote then, can you? You can't. You know, decisions will be very hard to argue when it's a democratic decision. Column 6 here says the Brexit Party gained enough seats to make the Tories toe their line. Yeah, good point. Vote Green and do the same, and we're not as clever as gammons. What? I hope we're a bit cleverer than gammons, aren't we? Green and do the same. Oh, or we're not as clever as gammons. Oh, I see your point. Yeah, I really want to. People. Oh, Mick Lynch. Cheers, number 3. That's it, Mick Lynch. Yeah, Hood. Yeah. You know when I got struck off once? The first time I got struck off was because I was calling out Morgan, and regarding he's trying to have a go at Mick Lynch. Called him a Hood, not having from the Thunderbirds. Because yeah, the Hood was his profile picture on Facebook. Then I got struck off, didn't I? Referencing a hate crime this was. Referencing Morgan with Charlie Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell and all that. And Prince Andrew. Oh, Wally, you coming for a treat, my boy? Ah, fella. Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah. Did I miss something? So, one. Flipping fly, annoying fly. Yeah, he wants a treat. Yeah, he does. Oh, Doc Davies says he went on a right-wing stream last night. Oh, that sounds interesting. What happened? Context here, that's my thinking to follow. Proven model if ethical. Excuse me. Oh, the Greens don't need to win a seat, just spoil the vote in the marginals. And the Brexit Party never won a seat, but the Tories adopted their policies and made a deal. That's a good point, actually, because the Brexit Party, they didn't go against them, did they? Didn't put anyone in the seats. Well, what happened, Dr. Davies? I want to know what happened. Was it interesting? Or were they brain dead? Voted Labour all my life, says abnormal, but no more. Green for me. Oh, that's fair enough. You vote Green. Don't blame you. Some ways. If that's how you feel, mate, I get that. Anyway, at the end of the day, it's your vote. You do what you like, can't you? You know, all this kind of tactical voting and what have you. You're doing it just to get the Tories out. It's not really honest in many ways, is it? Tactical voting. You're not really voting for your heart. You're just voting with your head. It's not always, well, both cases could be voting with your head. But depends who you get in there. There we go. Up. Political discussions are always good. A system like ours and the Spanish too forces parties to discuss amongst themselves, so even radical parties need to tone down their speech a little. Fair point. And also they have to engage. That's the thing. With each other. Crikey, Nigel Farage in the EU Parliament, what have you, he was foul. Absolutely foul. But no one, we didn't really have any contenders to go up there, did we? No one voted in it. Most people didn't vote in the EU elections for your MEPs. The most searchful term, the day after Brexit, the referendum vote was, what is the EU? That says it all. Oh, let's bring it. There you go. Excuse me, I'm all bunged up. Yeah, top smoke. That's brilliant, that one. I love that. I think relocating the hand dryer is the biggest change in the UK you'll see in our lifetime. Well, that, I'm afraid, will only be if you vote for Buckethead. Count Buckethead. That was one of his manifesto pledges. Yeah, signed it and everything. The UK could do with a stint of having a PM from the Monster Raven Looney Party. Yeah, that'll be good. And they have an actual agenda. Crikey. Oh, your shorts and shorties. Hello there, Jim Toy. I hope you're well. I'm going to have to try that one, number 3. Number 3 has been using the vacuum cleaner to suck the flies out of the air. I have got a little G-Tech Hoover down here. I might try that. Where is it? I inherited that from my father. Yes, that hand dryer location is a crime against humanity. Oh my God, I have to play that little clip there. That was so funny. Oh, he's way better than Lord Buckethead. Oh crikey! Oh, can't be nice. What? You've been very needy. Gonna have to find his manifesto pledge. Oh my God. Anyway, let's have a look at this. Oh my giddy aunt. This is state politics, but he's so funny. He's hilarious. I want to find his pledge now. He did a video. Yeah, it's a video pledge. Oh, there he is. Oh, look at that. Count pinch face. Oh. Let's find a clip. There we go. Oh, where are you? It's quite active on Twitter.
The democratic protest. I support wholeheartedly the democratic protest in Hong Kong and indeed around the world. What they're doing is incredibly brave in the face of strong resistance from the police. I think they should be applauded. Any help or defence and even publicity we can give in this country, I'm sure, although it's small, would be a crumb of comfort to them. I would simply say this also, on a far more frivolous nature. I hope you will just simply allow me to say, the main reason I am here is actually an innocent and I hope light-hearted celebration of the uniqueness of British democracy. We are the only country in the world which allows morons like me to take a place at a table like this and enjoy the fact that on election night we can show a light-hearted nature to our politics. And I wanted to prove that in the 21st century, at times where things are heightened and our politics has become toxic in many ways, that it is still possible to show that unique British sense of humour to the world. It's a tiny thing, but on a much larger scale, I think what the people in Hong Kong are doing to try and defend their democracy is wonderful, and I support it however I can.
Thank you, Camping Face.
I just take him seriously. Oh, God, it's actually quite a serious little speech.
Wholeheartedly, the Democrats.
I'm going to rule the Looniverse. You're not.
I'm sure you are.
I'm going to rule the Looniverse. Yes, how are you?
Yes, do you not rule the Looniverse?
Yes.
You mean you're going to? You mean you do?
Yes.
You need to get your senses right.
Yeah. Go on,
Already
okay.
do. That's past.
We're going to roll the looniverse before you do.
Ah, well, there we go. Yeah. And then I'll take over with my laser arm back.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah. Well, let me see you again. I haven't seen you since 2017.
That's right.
Maidenhead.
Yes.
The Battle of the Magnet Leisure Centre.
Yes.
Who won that one? See you later.
I'm
If
going
it isn't the
I'm going
Godfather.
to
This guy, he's very...
What would you do about the United States?
He's asked a question. I like this guy. He's very keen. What would I do about the United States? Well, laugh at them for starters. I mean, they've got a couple of nutters over there, haven't they? Mr. Kanye West, for example. He's a bit of a weirdo. Mr. Musk. Dear oh dear, I would charge him $1 billion every time he wants to go up into space. That's my place. Fuck off. Yes. Anyway, so there's those guys.
What would you do about the United States?
He's asked a question. I like this guy. He's very keen. What would I do?
Well, I'll try and find his manifesto page. Where's his manifesto page?
There's some intergalactic votes out there for me. That's all I'm going to say. But the turnout's down. If I get one more vote than 69, then there's been a swing to bin face. A swing bin. Take that here. So let's see how that goes. But I'm just excited to be here and celebrate democracy. That's what we're here for, and it's all a lot of fun.
Would you rather see a Tory win or a Labour win?
I'd rather see the Tories lose and get cast into eternal hellfire for what they've done to this country since 2010. Because if you can name me one thing in the United Kingdom that is better now than in 2010, I'd like to hear. Nothing is the answer. So on that basis, yeah, I'd like to see the Tories lose. The recycling's better. Only next to me. That's nothing to do with them.
How are things going with the hand dryer in the sausage?
Where do they go?
How are they going?
Have you not seen? I've signed a treaty with the Crown and Treaty. If I win, the hand dryer will be moved. That's what I call delivering on my promises. Take that with your 5 promises.
What about the women's
Rishi.
room? Is there a problem in there?
Sorry?
Is there a problem in the ladies' room?
I don't know. You see, I didn't venture that far this time. You know, it was a flying visit, but you are right that I am a unisex politician, and I want to make sure that everyone's hand dryer facilities are universally improved. That is good.
What do you keep fighting if you don't win?
Well, I'm always fighting, but I'm also a lover, not really a fighter. So, you know, I'll keep loving, I'll keep fighting on every planet, not just this one. And so this is my holidays. This is me just having a bit of fun. And who knows, maybe my votes have kept the Tory in. Could you imagine if enough people have thought they'd rather vote for an intergalactic space warrior than the Labour Party, what it says about them? So it's going to be an interesting night, whatever happens, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, I'll get...
Dear me. Oh, God. He's such a dude. I'm trying to find the blooming the treaty for the pub. Bin face. Oh, he's such a manifesto. 5-point plan. Half the Tories. Half croissant prices. Have croissant prices falling. Get the astronomy growing. Bring down Boris's honours list. And stop the bots. Oh, hang on. This is one of his manifesto pledges. If you haven't seen it already, it's pretty.
Another one of my little political reforms is quite simple. I've been looking into what politicians in this place, Parliament, call the ministerial code. Well, it turns out that over the last year or so, it's painfully clear that the code is more guidelines than actual rules. And I intend to continue the piratical theme. What I'm going to do is install, just over here, where they have their drinkies, a plank on the edge of the House of Commons terrace. And any politician who is caught lying will be forced to walk the plank and be cast into the River Thames. What's more, I will make it broadcast free to air on all television channels. Now that's what I call a live stream.
Oh, where is it? I haven't found it yet. I'm getting there. Get in there. Stop the video. Oh, is this it? Oh, here we go.
Hello, Count Binface here, space politician, officially London's 9th choice to be mayor, and candidate to be the next MP for Uxbridge and South Ruislip. And I'm in the constituency of Uxbridge and South Ruislip right now, in the most important place in the entire constituency, maybe the most important place in the entire galaxy. I am sitting in the Crown and Treaty Uxbridge, which is where I promised in my manifesto that I would move the hand dryer in the gents' urinals to a more sensible position. And that's what brings me to the pub today. Believe it or not, in this room, in this very room, in January 1645, King Charles I and the parliamentarians met in order to bring a civil war conflict to an end by the signing of a treaty. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a disagreement, a bit of fisticuffs, it all broke up, and 4 years later, King Charles I ended up with his head lopped clean off. Current King Charlie, take note, careful what you wish for. But nearly 400 years after that key event in this very room, history is about to be righted. Because here, I, Count Binface, on this very day, am going to sign a treaty in the Crown and Treaty with the Crown and Treaty, with Deputy Manager Ellie here, and today we are going to make history, because if I am elected, the pub and I pledge that we will move the hand dryer to a more sensible position. So get ready, guys, this is where the magic happens.
I would just have to vote for him. I would just have to. I would have no choice. I would just have to vote for him. He's hilarious. He's a natural. Well, of course it does, Joel. It might be funny, but to the world, it shows how decadent the UK's political system is. And that'd be hilarious. we're messed up anyway. We're fecked. What difference does it make? Don't matter. Look on the bright side. All the Tories will end up in the River Thames with the turds. Oh, that'd be quite alright, actually. Thank Thames Water for that one. You're right, Top Smoke. They have improved since 2010. He's got a new outfit. That's not quite how the Iron Sphere works, no. Reagan says, sounds very fair to me. It is, I think so. It's got to be done, isn't it? He's left-handed, says Gingers. He is. Yeah, because he's left-handed. He does, doesn't he? See, that's a good point. He sounds like Mike Cashman. Lord Tory. They kind of do that once a year in Italy. They dunk someone dressed as the worst politician in the river. I think it's in Toronto. Oh. We need to do that in the UK then, don't we? Start with all of them. Yeah, what about a duck and stool? We have a duck and stool, can't we? At least do the witches. Orange, Johnny K. Still think he should be charged, and he could have solved world poverty for that Twitter costume. Charged? To be charged for what? Sorry, I'm confused. What did Johnny say? Musk's SpaceX launch did blow a hole in the ionosphere and several hundred kilometres wide. So Mr. Buckethead is right about charging him $1 billion per launch. There you go, look. Sorted. They did say something, didn't they? There's something going on regarding all the launches he's been doing and causing holes. The Lib Dems had a whip called Lady Garden. Oh my giddy aunt, really? Oh, crikey. Sounds like a yeast infection. Eternal hellfire is a certain right. Eternal hellfire has a certain right to it. It does. Eternal hellfire. Send them out to eternal hellfire. The Tories, that is. That's what it needs. Voting for Bin Face. All the Monster Raven Lunar Pie is a FPTP election and is a waste of a vote. At least with STV, with lower preferences, your vote is not wasted. I don't know, I'll still be tempted. I'm going to be really tempted. It's so buggered anyway. Neither party is actually showing us a way out. They're not. The Tories are the worst, but Labour's not really showing us a way out either. If we don't start waking up to the global warming, and we're not going to, we're never going to catch up anyway, because we're not going to get the whole world on board. Just not. Doomed, we are doomed. Vincent Brennan, I understand humour, but I cannot understand playing with serious things like political stability and allowing these situations. Well, he's within his rights as as a citizen to have his own party. Don't matter what he does, whether it be comedy or not. People know full well he's not going to get voted in, is he? He won't get 3 votes, but it's not enough to cause a big issue. We're never that close with the vote anyway, are we? John Harvey, Count Binface? It could be. There's a medical there's a medical ducking stool in Leominster. Night number 3, take care. Anyway, I'm cocking off now. I've done 2 hours, 10 minutes, and considering I've got no throat whatsoever, I haven't quite covered everything, but do I ever? We have got the possibility of somebody mentioned about NFTs for Nigel Farage. That'll be next. Maybe. If not, you can get yourself some Farage gin, maybe. Well, it's time for me to go. So what can I leave you with? Oh, I've got half my stuff on it yet. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh, there you go. No collusion, no collusion. Okay. Oh, God, I'm looping. The boy is on loop. There you go. Anyway, ta-da, and thanks a lot to all the spanners there. Cheers, that Dragon 8. Cheers, buddy. And everybody who has joined us tonight and the super chats, what have you, is very much appreciated. It really, really is. Because I couldn't do it without it. I really couldn't. I would have to get a proper job. Oh dear, might have to get a proper job as well. There, it's up there. Streaming, that's good, that's good, that's good. All's good. That there, that's cool. Right. Anyway, it's time for me to go, so excited to tell you though. So thanks a lot, everybody. Like I say, the spanners and members and everybody who's joined us tonight. And it's been quite interesting to see people's point of view regarding socialist parties and that as well. You know, it's quite good to see people's points of view. You know, I'm not going to criticise, obviously. It's a bit silly. We're all entitled to a point of view, and for me, I would be voting Green. But I have to ask myself, is there any point? Because they do shit in Broadland. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's all Tories. It's Tory stronghold. Although it's a bit weak in that. Anyway, it's time for me to go. I'm going to tell you those. So, ta-ta, and have a lovely week. Oh, it's a new week. It's a Saturday. But, oh, crikey, I just said before I do that, let me just give my little Wally a treat. Oh, boy. What do you reckon? You want another one? Oh, he's gone. Anyway, ta-ta. Hello and welcome to All Shorts. Well, we talked about this before. Okay, thank you very much. Hello and welcome to All Shorts. Now I have talked about this before. Okay, there's a cow. Hello and welcome to All Shorts on this rather wet day. Well, me and the missus have been quite busy. No, that wasn't the missus, no. Yeah, we've been planting trees this weekend. And you probably already know that we're doing a rewilding here, yeah. We're planting 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land on this field, but also on a field over there, which you can't see because it's on the other side of the trees. A mixed variety of trees, from salix to oaks to chestnut and, hazel and a whole variety of different native species here in France. And if you want to be a part of that, there is a link down below in the description. There's a GoFundMe link. You could buy a tree. And our promise to you is that we will plant a tree on your behalf. But wait, that's not all. I'll make a sign to go with that tree. Yeah, I'm a woodworker, you know. It'll either be a pyrography sign, you know, wood burning, or it will be a routed sign with a router, yeah, with black lettering and stuff. Either way, it will be a sign, and it could be your name, or in loving memory. If you're like me and got empty pockets, you know, and can only afford a small contribution, we'll still do something like a tag, for instance, on a tree, or an animal shelter. Bird boxes, bat boxes, or hedgehog houses. No one's contribution is to be forgotten, no. And now is a great time to start getting those trees into the ground. Hence me and the missus have been quite busy this weekend, planting trees. So I made a bit of a movie. Enjoy. Digging this hole, a hole in the ground, so big and all around it was. There I was, digging it deep. It was flat on the bottom and the sides were steep.